In today's video, we're going to be comparing head-to-head what we think are the most adjustable mini drivers on the market in 2025. The R7 Quad and the PXG Secret Weapon. I cannot wait for this test because I'm a PXG user, but by God, we reviewed the R7 Quad and I absolutely love this. So I can't wait to put them head-to-head. Let's get started. So for the purpose of today's test, we're going to be testing both these clubs in 12-degree loft. We're going to be testing them in low spin, so we've got the heavier weights at the front and the lighter weights at the back, and we're going to be using the Ventus Velocor Stiff 2025 shaft, which is the shaft that I've been fitted for on this par 4, where we're going to be hitting some tee shots, and we're also going to hit some shots off the deck, Dan, to see what they both perform like, you know, off the ground. And I'm really looking forward to this one, because I do believe, out of all the mini drivers on the market, these are certainly the two that I would be looking to buy. Because I think there's a lot of adjustability and I think they can be tuned up in so many ways. It just makes it a versatile club. Okay. You know, whether you're buying it for more fairway use or you're buying it for the tee, or, you know, that could change potentially, you know, throughout your, you know, your bag. If you, like me, I mean, I originally put one of these in because I was struggling with driver, but that's changed for me. So now, obviously with my PXG, I use that more as a free wood now, strong free wood. So I've got that set up to 12, where I think I had it down at 10.5 when I was using it as a driver.
So before we start, prediction.
I'm going to be honest, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Taylormade, you know, and the look of Taylormade.
I feel like you hit it well last time when we reviewed it.
People might think I'm biased because I've got a lot of PXG in my bag, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd love to hit that well, but
that's not a prediction, you're sitting up fence.
That's the one I'd want, right? The prediction is probably I might be better with PXG.
You think?
Because I've got the PXG fairway wood and hybrid, and I'm used to that.
Comfortable with it.
Yeah, let's see. 245, ball speed 147. I think when we did the review on this, we were getting up to about 155, weren't we?
Yeah.
And to add some reference, my driver, you know, really maxed out is 160. I think, you know, 155, 156 is more around where I am ball speed on good strike. So it weren't too dissimilar to driver, were it? Almost carbon copies, them, aren't they? 256, 151, so a little bit better ball speed.
Yeah.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Do you know, it's a lovely sounding club, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice flight, little baby draw. I don't know what wind's doing.
I think for me as well, when I put that down behind the ball, it's a nice size profile. You know, these mini drivers, I think, for somebody that struggles with driver, I think they're a great alternative because you've got that shorter shaft length, so you've got the control and feel of a free wood in your hands, but with just that little bit more of a sort of giant head.
Yeah.
I think people overlook that. They think, well, why would I want a smaller headed driver? It's not about the smaller head so much, it's the shorter shaft combination as well that makes it appeal, you know.
The whole package.
Yeah, I feel as though like I'm hitting a free wood basically. Yeah. I get over it. And I feel with these clubs, I'm swinging a free wood, and any miss it's going to be a lot tighter than what it would be with a driver. 257, 152 ball speed. I'm just going to hit a few with PXG. Right, this does look a little bit more traditional compared to Taylormade head. I don't know why, it just looks a little bit more sort of, I don't know. You have to get in the comments, guys. I don't know what your opinions are on that one, but it almost looks a bit smaller compacted. I'll have to look at CC on both these. I'm not sure if it's a slightly lower CC. It does look a slightly smaller head. That felt nicer.
Yeah, that.
I mean, look at them numbers straight away. 271.
I could tell where you struck that.
156 ball speed. It felt.
We were a much stronger flight straight away.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were ball speed on that? 150?
156.
So it's not masses of difference, or 152. I know it's 4 mile an hour, but...
No, I mean, what I'm getting more sort of... I know my driving numbers, and
Right.
for me to get a 160 ball speed, I've got to swing my arse off.
Yeah.
I'm swinging a 3-wood length club, a small head, you know, I feel comfortable swinging it. I don't feel like I'm swinging like a driver. I feel like I'm swinging like a fairway would.
Yeah.
I'm getting so much speed off face. I mean, at 271 carry, you don't need a driver, do you?
No.
But problem is, I'm hitting my driver all right at the minute, and you think like you can get a bit more out of them, can't you? So
Always, yeah.
it tempts you to. But for somebody that struggles with driving and just wants something easier to hit, that's incredible. We're into a strong wind as well, aren't we?
I mean...
263, 153. I mean, there's not a great deal in it, is there? You know, like ball speed. I'm probably being a bit like, oh, you know, an extra 3-4 yards. But we're looking at a comparison. We've got to share the real difference, haven't we?
Yeah, but I mean...
I think direction-wise...
Yeah, stood behind them flight and everything weight seemed to come off. PXG's
more
way
neutral,
in front.
isn't it?
Yeah, way in front.
I mean, we have got the weight adjustability on these, so should we just make this a bit more fade bias for me? Obviously change the weights around in a fade position.
Well, what is it in PXG?
Well, they're both the same. We've just got them set sort of like, you know, low spin.
I mean, it's a fair comparison then, isn't it? Yeah.
Because there were nothing wrong with the flight of the Taylormade. Obviously, it went a little bit left, but we could adjust the weights. But I'm just looking at, like, if you are trying to set it up for a driver,
yeah,
which one's going to be longest off tee? And for me, it's definitely this one, isn't it? .253, not as good as strike. I think I got that a little bit towy.
Yeah.
150, so ball speed dropped a little bit. Right, so just to enhance this drive a little bit more for me, we've set it up with the 13 in the toe, and obviously in the back heel here, which is the fade position for the R7 Quad, to see if we can just improve that ball flight a little bit, and see what difference that makes to the numbers. Obviously, with the PXG, I think I could leave them weights as they are, couldn't I?
Yeah, it was nice and neutral, weren't it? This one's a bit draw biased.
So I think
it was.
Yeah, this is only fair to Taylormade. I mean, to be fair, Dan, it does look a little bit close compared. Do you know, like if you're somebody on market shopping for a mini driver and you don't like to see that, I think it's very square, and we've got that sort of set. You know, unless we lofted it really down, you know, we could potentially do that, but. Yeah. In a 12 degree, it does sit a little bit more close than PXG. 'Cause I think the problem is if you loft it really down, then you are just limiting yourself to T, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas I feel like in a 12 degree or a 13, you've got that combination of being able to use it T and fairway, which I feel like a mini driver, if it's taking your 3-wood out of the bag, you know, you need to go down that route, unless it's just going to be set up as a driver.
Better, isn't it?
262. It definitely neutralised ball flight a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, that was just straight, weren't it?
It was just straight, and it's gone 151 ball speed, so it's still not quite...
It's not as fast as PXG,
Not as fast as PXG. Do you know what? I think this has been a great comparison, because I think a lot of people, probably like me, would have really just rushed down the route of this one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously we've got... It's so well marketed, isn't it, Taylormade? You know, you've got
well, not only that, the driver was so good. I had the driver back in there.
It's definitely worth considering probably looking at PXG and comparing them yourself. I mean, that's as good as I'm going to hit.
Yeah, that's nice.
To be fair, it's matched numbers. 269, 156 ball speed. So, you know, in fairness, that probably squishes that argument that
there's any difference.
That there is any difference. Set up in the right spec for you, there's probably no difference really, is it, in ball speed?
I guess, I mean, it may just be like you said, you've got PXG anyway, you're comfortable with that shape head and...
Right, shall we jump onto it and some off deck?
Can do. This is always fun.
To me, I mean, I don't know if you just come round and have a look at this, Dan. It does look quite a big profile for the deck. You know, like,
It does.
if you look at that, there's a lot of club at the top
Yeah.
here. It looks quite a deep face.
I'm not sure it'd be very...
Probably not like the most ideal. You know, we tried Titleist, didn't we? And we said like that one, it's probably not one to use as just a driver, but if you're trying to get a almost 2-wood
Yeah.
sort of
It's a bit
mini
more
driver for
versatile.
tee and fairway, that were a good one to go down. But this one, I mean, I'm a bit worried, but we'll hit it anyway. I'm kind of wanting to do this,
Yeah.
you know, to trap it. In fairness to it, that's monstered. 245 carry, 147 ball speed. I don't know if it's just I've hit a good one there.
I'd probably just end on that one, mate.
Yeah. I'll hit one more. It's a good strike.
That's nice, that.
256. It did better than I expected.
I thought that were quite nice. I mean, you pulled your face a bit, but that looked like a nice shot to me.
It were a tad left, you know, and obviously we're hitting onto a wide fairway here. If I were on a par 5 with bunkers and stuff like that, would I have been better just hitting a 3-wood or a 4-wood? You ain't got so much room for error, have you? You know, you hit into a green. I think it is just a tad smaller compact head, that, but still quite a deep face. Although, you know, you've got to consider as well, we're on a tight lie there, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
You know, you might.
It still, to me, it looks a bit more confidence inspiring than other.
Yeah, I'd say just by a smidge. If you were clutching at straws, it does look a little bit sort of closer to, not quite as deep. $249. Felt a really good strike. 149 ball speed.
That's lovely, that.
156, 269. I feel with like this, it's almost like I'm just hitting my 3-wood, but you know,
a bit more oomph behind it.
3-wood on heat, or like more humph behind it. It's, I don't know. It's giving me a bit more confidence off deck, Dan. One more to finish. I mean, they're launching, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like proper launching.
You wouldn't think you could get it up like that, would you? Have such a tight lie with something like that.
And they're definitely like, you know, a little bit of a tighter dispersion.
Yeah.
I think if you watch the channel, guys, you'll know I'll never shy away from, you know, buying a new golf club. And I'm really looking forward to that one. And for some reason, I don't know why, I'm feeling a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be, because I've already got a secret weapon.
I think initial review we did, you hit it so well.
Yeah.
That you probably didn't realise how good PXG were going to be.
I didn't, because I've not been using PXG so much, because I've been hitting my driver well, and I kind of have been put me through back in bag, but I think I couldn't justify swapping.
I mean, it's no discredit to R7. I think it's still a good club, but PXG is just the one for you, isn't it?
I just felt with this one, when we had it set, because when we had it set in Sam's spec at 10.5, and we were using it as purely a driver, it was an animal, weren't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think, like, if you're looking to buy a mini driver where, I mean, I have it set at 12 and 13 because I'm trying to combine it a bit of fairway and tee. If you're going down that route, I'm not sure, you know, I think I'd either look at sort of Secret Weapon or even Titleist, you know, which is even a bit smaller profile than this one. But that is an animal for the tee. If you're just wanting, but that is as well, isn't it?
But I think one thing it shows again, you need to go and get set up, don't you? And
yeah, I mean, we'll always recommend you go and try these things yourself. But I think in my personal testing, for me, I'm more comfortable with that in, you know, in a combination of different situations. But obviously, both good products and both the most fittable. You know, by no means is a Taylormade a bad product. We are putting these in our top 2, aren't we?
Oh yeah,
for 2025. So it's been a pleasure to test them. But yeah, I should probably be pleased, shouldn't I?
Yeah,
I ain't got to get a
well,
new
yeah,
quad.
it's in bag. You're saving money, and you don't
I'm
look that
saving
happy.
money. Guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. That's an honest, comparison and review from me and Dan, and we'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.